I'm doing my best to not.
This is wrong.
Welcome to Dot Fun Hot Ones,
where the questions are curious
and the courage is mandatory.
Hi, I'm Ashley Walters. I am Chief Marketing Officer.
Hi, I am Ashley Neel. I am your VP of Activation.
All right, this first one's not going to be too bad though.
Okay, I don't know.
It's sweet baby.
I don't know. I'm already sweating.
You hate spice though.
Yes, I am notoriously. I don't know if I can say that.
Just right out of the gate.
I spelled it.
So for this question, I have this for you. One of my favorite memories of you is being in a big old presentation and you run the media team.
And I had just started. You'd never seen me present.
And all of a sudden you whip out a mustache and you start presenting the media plan as the target audience. So my question for you is, in an industry often unfairly labeling media as boring, tell all the haters out there why they're wrong.
A good idea is just something on a piece of paper. It doesn't have any life. I mean, anyone could put something down on paper, no offense, creative team, but it's my team that brings that life. You had never seen me present before, and we flew all the way out to Seattle, and we were going through a rehearsal the night before, and I remember your face when I got up to show you what I was gonna do, and you're like, who's this?
In my mind, I'm thinking,
mustache.
Amazing. Like, finally.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Well, I always just really appreciate the creativity that you bring to something that's like so data focused.
Real talk, how long do I keep this on?
You can take it off.
Because I feel like half of it.
You can take it off. I'll take it back.
You are the queen pin of an award-winning new business team, but nobody slays it 100% of the time. Has anyone ever fallen asleep during one of your pitches?
Oh my God. I shouldn't have taken the bite so soon. Oh my God, yeah.
And did they work for curiosity?
No.
Right.
No,
and not anymore.
It was maybe the single most important person in the room. It was the CMO. And I like look over like halfway through and he's like, out. Like, I can just asleep. And I'm like,
wait, were you in the room with him?
Yeah, I was presenting.
Amazing.
Just sung him a lullaby. Which is kind of how media feels sometimes. It's like, all this data. We had 182 slides to get through. Man, I would have snoozed too.
Yeah.
But like that moment, like I did nothing.
Yeah.
I just kept going.
Yeah.
But I remember getting home thinking, how do I make sure that never happens again?
Yeah.
And that's where like my passion for improv came.
Is that why you're so good speaking in front of a group? Or have you just always been that way?
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, you are.
I just really like it, I think.
Amazing. Did you win that piece of business?
Hard no.
I don't want to brag.
You did the first one. This has to be like a heat level of 0.
My children can easily.
This has garlic. So this one's actually from the show Hot Ones. I'm excited. So many of your interests are typically reserved for grandmas. Why is this? And what about oatmeal, plants, and wallpaper really gets you going?
Okay, let me take a bite first. I am an old person. Okay. That's fair, and I'll answer that question. But I also think there's parts of me that is extremely juvenile. For example, okay, that one was hotter, for sure.
Okay.
I will go to Cedar Point by myself and not take my children. Why do I like old people things? I think there's a lot of chaos in my life. I'm often told I run on chaos and cuss words. So I think oats and gardening and reading books and just generally being a geriatric really helps bring the chaos and cuss down to like a normal human person level.
I love that. Great.
Okay.
Good challenge.
Okay. Last year, you attended the Cannes Lion Festival in France.
Is it can or con?
No one knows. No one knows. This is largely considered the swankiest and most prestigious celebration of creativity in the world. Who's the coolest person you met there? And is it true that you were almost drowned in international waters.
So I almost drowned in the French Riviera. We had 1 day off, no meetings, nothing. It was our first day there. And so, of course, we rented a boat. And we took a tour of kind of like the shoreline. And our driver kind of anchored us for a minute and let us swim. And as I was getting out of the water, I missed like the first step. It was not a big deal. Like I was easily gonna pull myself back up, but Peyton saw me miss the first step and thought that I was gonna go under.
That was like a gleek.
And well, anyway, she went in to save me, but she slipped, fell on my face, and I just went under. Okay, but here's the coolest person I met. Her name's Julia, and she lives and works in Ukraine, and we met completely by happenstance. We were in the basement, is what they call it, which is where they like have all the most amazing work of the year is displayed. And we were just walking upstairs, and all of a sudden this woman comes up to me and says, "I love your outfit." I was wearing yellow pants and a blue top, the colors of Ukraine. And she just stopped me and we connected and met. We ended up doing a campaign together. I'm still friends with her. She was here in the States and flew and stayed the night with us and hung out with us. So by far, like, made a lifelong friend. One way you embody the curiosity spirit is by being unafraid to pick up new adult hobbies. That's the spirit of curiosity. So why did you decide to teach yourself how to skateboard? And I want to talk about the epic wipeout that you had.
We went to a local TED Talk, and there was this woman, Meg, who got up there, and she was just telling her story about how she, you know, was a mom and a suburban, you know, regular job, all the things, and she was just kind of going through life and felt like there was more to it. She told the story about how she taught herself how to skateboard. I was crying. It just really spoke to me. And we were leaving, and we all kind of walked out the aisle, and you guys kept encouraging me to go talk to her, but I was just like, I am not cool enough. My husband at the time actually ended up tracking her down and found her, and she called me and was like, "We gotta meet. Like, you just sound like somebody I've gotta meet and I've gotta talk to." And so we ended up meeting up, and she taught me how to board. She taught me the whole thing. She gave me some boards. And I still skateboard, and I actually joined an all-female skateboard team that my older daughter Quinn is on. Quinn and I go skateboard all the time together.
Oh my God.
So it was during COVID that I started to ride. I had a helmet, wrist pads,
Knee pads.
elbow pads, and knee pads. And was this 40-year-old mom just like
Cruising down the neighborhood.
up and down. I got like a little bit ahead of myself, and I started to do like the full push and just bit it so hard that I actually took out my neighbor's mailbox.
You got back up.
I got back up.
And you kept doing
And I still ride.
All right, hold on. I'm going to add some more to this one.
Oh. Okay, feedback is a gift, is your personal mantra. Has this always been your POV? And have you ever gotten any feedback you'd like to return for store credit?
I don't know that I always appreciated feedback the same way I do now, but I remember getting my first big piece of feedback that like changed everything for me. I was in rehearsals for a big client presentation. I was way too young to even be in the room. So like the invite to present I was like already just happy to be there. And we were in rehearsals, and my boss counted how many times I said On the surface, you're thinking, asshole.
Yeah.
Like, not fair.
Yeah.
But I took that, went home, practiced my ass off, came in the next day, delivered my content flawlessly, and he pulled me aside and he's like, "You didn't say it once." So I like to try and give feedback like it's a gift, it's a present, and I try to receive it like it's a gift and be thankful for it, because it does take a lot of courage to give it. I've absolutely gotten feedback that I would return for store credit. The biggest one that I remember is when I had a very new boss, and he once told me that I was too professional. And I remember thinking—
I get that feedback a lot too.
Yeah, I'm like, I just spit chicken all over you. Very professional. But I remember like my boss before him complimented me on that. So I'm like, where's the boundary, and who am I really trying to please here? And why does the Ashley that I'm bringing to work, like, why do I need you to approve that? I realized in that moment that like I have to decide like who I am and what I'm gonna bring. And a comment like that really shouldn't affect me. Like I don't have to throw down at the bar with the boys to bring my best self to work.
I was once told I needed to wear more lipstick.
Like shut up. Like that's just like the
Self.
Exactly. That's when you're like a self. I've been told some weird that too. It's like some feedback I think it's not even feedback. It's like personal preference or that's not a gift. The gift is when it's like really thoughtful and meaningful and it's actually gonna help you.
This is Eddie's.
Okay, this one is homemade.
Eddie's.
This one has no label, which
What's the
art
HAB?
directors, let's get on this. Habanero, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Hot as ball.
I'm told this is where it starts to heat up. All right, because you have one of the most contagious laughs at Curiosity, we always know when you're in the building. So,
That was really hot.
what is the hardest you've ever laughed at work?
Someone on my team was telling me this story about how someone like Bear Gillis or what was that right? Bear Gillis?
No idea.
Grills, not Gillis. I don't know, like a guy out in the wilderness who like drinks his own pee.
Google, we need a fact checker on set.
Bear Grylls like did something insane out in the wilderness where he, you know, fell down this huge ravine but patched his own leg up with like his own body fat, like something insanely crazy. And then he was telling me this story about how that same day he had fallen down the stairs and he was pretty sure that he like broke his his like what do we call bones? Tailbones. It's really not funny as I'm telling it in this moment, but at the time, coming off like a Bear Grylls repairing his leg with his own fat, and then this guy falling down because he was wearing socks. I'm pretty sure it was Victor. We all know that you're a reality TV stan. If the entire office was stranded on a desert island for 39 days with 5 Curiosity employees, who would make your Survivor Alliance? Who are those people that are like from Kentucky?
Christian would be on my list because he's hilarious. Okay. Wally for sure because he's so handy.
Is that true?
Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah, have you seen the sets? He's like, oh, we need a bathroom set.
This is
and
pretty
like
rinky-dink.
Tomorrow. Oh my God. Okay, I do like this sauce. I'm good here. Oof. That's pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
Very flavorful. Good job, Eddie. I would probably invite Eddie. Like, is he a cook? Does he like to cook?
Andrea, she just would get it done.
I feel like she'd be pretty good in challenges too.
You're in challenges? I thought you were like surviving.
Well, it's a little bit of both, you know, like.
Okay, those are the 5 you want to survive with? Eddie?
The only person I know that's from Kentucky is Jeff.
David.
Jenny would she would be strategic. Cliff's pretty analytical too. Yeah. Andy would be awesome because he could make like the buff look really cool.
Mandy she did not play. Who wins?
Sometimes it's the crazy one. Sometimes it's the strongest one.
The crazy one.
Yeah, we would do really well in that department.
Yeah, I think we would do good.
Yeah.
Peyton.
KG would be hilarious.
Christine would be a good one too.
Jane would be a blast.
We had an intern that was a swimmer too. Bring him back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done. All right, now I'm scared. This one is like supposed to be the hottest. Extra hot, it says. It's Nate. I wonder who Nate is.
My lips are not good.
My tongue is like a little tingly, but I'm gonna eat this one with you so you're not in pain alone. Oh, that was ridiculous. That was unacceptable. All right, so you left Curiosity in 2021. Wah, wah, saddest day of my life. To accept your dream job at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Shout out to your sweatshirt. But then you returned back to Curiosity 2 years later. What was it about us that drew you back? The hot wings?
No.
All right.
Not the hot wings.
I'm going
in. I have never felt more at home with people.
This is wrong.
This is so mean. Ashley, this is exactly what I was afraid of.
Yeah, me too.
It's like going like out my nose.
It's okay.
Oh my God, this is awful. What's happening with the milk?
Use some milk.
Do we crack it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't remember last time I had milk, y'all.
Or chicken. Are you gonna spit milk at me?
I almost did, like, milk?
I'm told chapstick helps.
I feel like I need to walk around. I don't know if I answered. Did I answer it?
I don't remember what the question
either.
was.
These are my people. These are my weirdos. I want to be a bozo on this bus.
Oh, I'm so glad you're on this bus.
What one album
Oh God.
would you induct into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and why is it the Trolls soundtrack?
I was gonna say it's definitely the Troll soundtrack. I love that song so much.
You do. I feel like you need to reenact your pre-pitch move, which is holding the cell with
It's actually the only move I have.
solid move.
And I feel like anytime you hear that song, Can't Stop the Feeling, all you can do is smile.
Yeah.
And when we need like a vibe
You
or
need a
like
vibe. That's the vibe we're
you
going
gotta,
for,
like-
Trolls.
break the room
Yeah.
from its like corporate BS.
Yeah.
The last dab. And then we can say we did it.
We can say we did it and we're done.
Or do you want to do it together?
Cheers.
Cheers. God. It's already hot.
I don't know. I think my mouth is not there anymore.
It's pretty hot. Do you need more?
More what?
More hot sauce?
No.
I don't know. I don't feel like you're hot enough.
I'm doing my best to not myself.
We have known each other for over 5 years. What are the names and ages of my girls? This is such a mean question.
No, it's Addie,
Yeah. The middle one starts with an S.
Samantha. No,
So
Savannah. No, because I know this last one. I remember you told the story, and it's a beautiful story. It's like a mashup story. Give me the letter.
F.
Finley.
Yes.
Finley. I've met them all. I know them all.
We swam together.
We swam together in the pool where old truckers were tailgating. Our children's trauma,
I know.
learning to swim.
But they won't drown.
We've
Mine won't.
Mine didn't. It didn't take. It didn't take. Okay. You go way back with your fellow owners Trey Harness and Jeff.
Oh my
Orman.
God.
Working together over 15 years ago at Legendary local shop, or at the Legendary local shop Northlick. What was your first impression of each of them, and who is your favorite today?
Man, I like them both equally.
It's a no-brainer.
Just depends on what the day is and what I need.
That's no. That doesn't count.
My first impression, Jeff was like the hot creative. Like everybody wanted him on their business. And Jeff and Carrie, his wife, they were a team. So like if you got the chance to work with them as a team, game over.
Money, yeah,
You were like
money.
best account, best
Yeah.
pitch, best everything. Trey was an account guy, so I didn't really work with him much.
Oh.
So he just kind of like
Like what kind of account
ran
guy
of
was
his
he,
accounts.
though?
I don't really know. Young.
Yeah. Like
Probably no. He was great. Everybody loved him. They were both awesome.
yeah.
Who's your
would you
favorite?
know? Who's my favorite? Well, I secretly hate Jeff because he's so cool, and I will react to things so quickly, and bring that chaos and cuss words so immediately. Whereas he always has this calming, grounding presence.
I know.
I hate it.
Can learn a lot from him.
And I'm taller than Trey, so
I'm younger
I
than
can
both
push
of
him
them.
around.
I always have that.
Okay, thanks for watching. Shout out to Ashley, my partner. Shout out to Christian and Jenna for setting this up. It sucked, but it was super, I'm not gonna say fun, but it was fine. And shout out to my team, the activation team, for being ballers all the time and for letting me do this and not being in meetings for 2 hours, so thank you.
Shout out to this girl for nominating me to do this with her. This was a ton of fun. And a huge shout out to the whole marketing team for pulling all of this together. I think the set looks great. And to my Survivor 5, I'll figure out who you are and we'll do something pretty epic, I'm sure. We have the buffs, so we'll put those to good use.
I don't know what buffs are.
We'll talk later.